Monmouth. Hello, Laura.
Hi, Fraser. It's lovely to be here, and I'm really hoping that this route keeps us going for the next half an hour.
I hope so. It's powering half the country, I hear. So, our second guest today, she is the only working UK Orthodox Jewish woman comedian who is currently on tour. It's Rachel Creeger.
Yay!
Hello. How much of that intro was true? Because I only read it about 15 seconds ago and tried to commit it to memory, but couldn't.
It's true enough. It's true. I mean, I'm clearly not on tour, but yeah.
No.
No one is.
It depends. I think they've changed the term of what tour means nowadays. It's like
I'll be touring in different rooms of my house.
Yes, I will be paying for your petrol money for today's show. Our third comedian is award-winning comedian. It's Paul Savage. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Paul?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm babysitting for my sister's kids, so this has all been very put together at the last second. But that is how I live my entire life.
Where have you put the kids?
They are playing in a tent in the garden.
Don't you live on a boat, Paul?
I do live on a boat. I am doing this at my sister's house because otherwise that would be very bad.
Yeah, you can't really erect a tent on the river.
No, you can't.
No. But maybe that's one of the challenges of today's What's in the Box. We'll find out. We'll kick off now. It is time for round one. What's in the box? What's in the box? Round one is called What's in the Box. I have put an item in my pink and green box. I'm going to go around our guests and they are going to tell me what they think is in the box. We're going to start with Laura Monmouth. Laura, what do you think is in the box today?
It's Star Wars Day, as Quentin's calling it. So I reckon you've gone something ironic. So you've gone for something from Star Trek, like a Star Trek pendant or something, possibly even a DVD. So let's go for something Star Trek related, because you're hilarious.
Just something Star Trek related, keeping it vague. Paul Savage, what do you think I've got hiding in my box today?
I think that you've got a key ring that opens up a locked box in a bank, and that this is an elaborate heist, getting the team together.
Well, we went from very vague from Laura to very specific from Paul. I love the very diverse range that we've got on today. And Rachel, what do you think is in the box?
I think it is a AA battery.
A AA battery, and again another specific thing. Oh, you can't change your mind now, Paul. Sadly, as usual, all our guests are wrong. Sorry about that. But now they have a chance to win 3 beautiful fact points from myself. If they can convince me that their guess was the closest, they get 3 points. So today's object is a harmonica. That's fun. I got this a good 15 years ago, and I can only play one song. So we might play that later. Laura, you said it was something Star Trek related. Why is your guess the closest?
Well, obviously, in the classic Star Trek episode harmonica of the Klingons, there was a harmonica mentioned in that show, which means that basically I'm right.
Oh, you're very adamant. I mean, I do tend to do 30 seconds of research if a fact is being into question. So I will quickly Google if Harmonica of the Klingons was an actual episode. It sounds more like a Doctor Who episode, but yes. Paul, a key which opens a box in a bank vault, and that's why I've got the team together. Why is that the closest to a harmonica?
Because it's not a key that opens with a lock, it's a key that opens to a specific sound, the sound of an A flat played on an alto harmonica. And then it opens up. We're in, guys, we're in. And what was brilliant there was I did a mime about holding an earphone, forgetting that I have an earphone in. And I did it in the wrong way.
Yeah, you also mind doing A flat on a harmonica when I could have just done that. It's Paul's imagination knows no bounds. That's what we've learnt. Rachel, AA battery. Why is your guess the closest?
Obviously is because, first of all, by blowing into the harmonica, you are generating wind energy like a turbine of your own making. And you're also generating energy by music and creating people's enthusiasm, raising serotonin levels, getting everyone dancing and moving about and enjoying and singing along. And it's exactly the same as a battery, surely. Harmonica is just another word for battery.
That's very good. And you showed me compliments as well, saying that my playing brings up everyone's serotonin levels with singing. We will find out. Rachel, if you can sing along to the song that I can play, the only song, you will get the 3 points. So...
go for it. Should all the great be forgot all
very good. This harmonica has been stepped on.
I imagine that's what, like, December 31st is like around Bruce Springsteen's house.
You know what? It actually is, like, every year.
Yeah, it just feels like the factory's about to close down and they're not coming back.
Very good. Well, Rachel, you get the 3 points there because you managed to correctly guess the song I was playing, and thus it was canonical in your explanation. That's 3 points to Rachel. That's the end of round 1. It's time for round 2.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 2 is called What's in the Shops? Our guest today will be picking out an item from their pre-prepared boxes and giving it to another guest. It's then up to the other guest to advertise this item that they've never seen before, much like a sort of home shopping network or a QVC show. There's 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point to give away during this round. So the most convincing that will make me want to buy this new object gets the 3 points, the least convincing the 1 point, and the middle one 2 points. We're going to start off with Paul, which means, Paul, your object is going to be given to you by Laura Monmoth. Laura, what gift are you assigning Paul today?
The Game Boy Advance Classic, The Search for Pirate Pig's Treasure, featuring the wonderful Dora the Explorer.
Okay, a Dora the Explorer game on Game Boy
And it
Advance.
does have the game inside. It does have the game.
That helps. Stop helping your teammates. Now, Paul, I absolutely despise Dora the Explorer, and I'm not a gamer. But how are you going to convince me to buy this on the Home Shopping Network? Next up on QVC, it's Paul Savage with the Dora the Explorer Gaming Hour.
Well, of course, we're all stuck in quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, the bad times. But what if we could go outside? You can't stay inside, wash your hands. But what if we could go outside through the medium of an avatar? An avatar is a small, tiny girl who speaks a bit of Spanish, I think, and has a monkey friend, I believe. So what if we were in her mind? What if we were allowed to leave the house, go outside, find something interesting, something like treasure, you say? Wouldn't we all enjoy some treasure? Well, that's what you do on Dora the Explorer's Pirate Pig Game Boy Advance game. Maybe that's what you could do. If you just give us the low price of $49.95, you can have your own Dora the Explorer Pirate Pig Game Boy Advance game, and you can play that on your Game Boy Advance, which you definitely still have. It's not in a cupboard. It was in your mum's house the entire time, and she'll drop it round, but she leaves it on the gate. Don't touch it, and then wash it a bit, and then you'll be fine. We'll play Dora the Explorer's Game Boy game.
I like that. Oh, I like the whole avatar thing. It's very Black Mirror and Blue Peter mashup, which, you know, sums up Charlie Brooker and Connie Hook's marriage. all in one. That's a really strong opener. Next up is Rachel. Your gift is going to be assigned to you by Paul. Paul, what is the object from your box that Rachel has to advertise?
You will be advertising this, which is my first sharing, which is the ball from Australian rules football. So this is a tiny Australian rules football. The real Australian rules footballs come in either red or yellow. So my first ones come, of course, in blue and pink. So this is a little blue one. Rachel, take it away.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Very excited to present to you today an amazing opportunity. We're all trapped in our homes at the moment, and if you've got kids, entertaining them could be really difficult. But just for today, for 1 hour only, on a special offer, we've got my first sharing. It's a ball from Aussie Rules Football, as I'm sure you're all aware, and this is a special one designed for children. It's soft and spongy, so they won't destroy your furniture, they won't smash your light bulbs. Now, normally, These balls come in red or yellow, as you'll be aware, but this is a special blue and pink one. Blue and pink because it's a gender non-binary special edition, very 2020, to suit our quarantine experience. And that is on sale just for the next hour. When they're gone, they're gone.
How much for a ball?
As much as you want to give, and 50% goes to charity.
That's not how QVC works.
JewVC. So that is how we work.
Amazing.
I think we're playing an advantage here that you are allowed to say these things, and if we do, this show is cancelled forever.
Yeah, I'm very excited. That's why I bought an entirely Jewish box to watch your struggle and enjoy.
Well, let's find out, because Rachel, you are going to pull something out of your box for Laura to advertise on JewVC, I guess. Rachel, what is your item?
My item is the book Jews versus Zombies.
Of course it is.
It's an excellent read.
Laura, I'm sorry to throw you in the deep end here, but it's time for your time to shine on this home shopping network. You are now advertising Jews versus Zombies, assuming not knowing what the book's about. But take it away, Laura.
It's 2020. We're all in quarantine, and your mind has deviated to the thought of, well, what if this is all the start of some kind of ridiculous zombie attack? You've seen people out on the streets, the people out there that shouldn't be there. What if they suddenly started breaking through your window? What if they were also Jewish? Well, do you know what? This is the time for you to find out with the wonderful book. Is it called Jews versus Zombies or Jews? Anyway, Jewish Zombies, because this is exactly the kind of book that you should be reading whilst you're in quarantine. And the wonderful thing is, you've spent an awful lot of time on the toilet over the course of the past couple of months because of all of that excess toilet paper that you bought at the start of all of this. So do you know what? You need something to read, and that's why this is the perfect book at only $29.99.
Okay, I like that. Also, the beginning of that clip, when you're saying about the Jews roaming around the street, I might edit that out of context and submit LBC YouTube channel, because David Icke's been cancelled, so we need a new we need a new conspiracy theorist. Right, I've got points to give. Paul's getting the 3 points for that one because I love the Black Mirror Blue Peter mashup. Laura, I'm giving you 2. Rachel, I'm giving you 1, mainly because, yeah, I agree, pay what you want isn't how QVC works, and that was your downfall then. But still, you're still in the lead. You're still in the lead, Rachel. That's the end of round 2. It's time for round 3.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 3 is called the music round. I've got a weird collection of compilation CDs. They have music on CDs around. That's how we do this. And we're going to do a general knowledge round. This is based on, look, this is Gold Volume 1, Rocking All Over the World. It's a free CD that came with the Daily Mail. I've ripped off the logo of the Daily Mail, so no one will know. We've used this in an episode before, so I'm not going to ask you like what songs are by what artists. But the back of the CD here, it says it includes the biggest hits from the biggest artists over the last 3 decades, right? And this came out in 2001. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the artist and their song, right? I'm then going to ask Google to play this artist. When you ask Google to play an artist, they will play their biggest song, their most streamed song on Spotify. So is these artists' biggest songs from back in 2001 still the biggest song today? That's going to be the game here. So we are going to start with
complicated rules.
It's all right. It's fine. That's it'll be fine. You'll
like it.
Oh, I like it. I like it. It's a good game.
Excellent. Rachel will be starting this round. Rachel, your song, track 1, is Status Quo, Rockin' All Over the World. But if I ask Google to play Status Quo, will they play Rockin' All Over the World?
I think they still will.
Okay. Okay, Google, play Status Quo.
Playing Status Quo on Spotify.
Ah, it's down. Sorry. Okay, Google, stop. So
Can I object to that?
you object to
I think Google's wrong.
Do you think I'm playing Down Down by Status Quo on loop all week just to fudge the results?
I won't put it past you. I have known you a while.
If I could manipulate the Spotify algorithm, I'd put my own fucking album up at number 1. Available to buy on Bandcamp, by the way. Laura Monmouth, the track here is Boston More Than a Feeling. Is that still going to be their biggest song if I ask Google to play Boston?
I can't think of any other Boston songs, so yes.
Okay, Google, play Boston.
Playing Boston on Spotify.
You are correct.
Nailed it.
Okay, Google, stop. We can't play more than 5 seconds of a copyrighted artist, otherwise we get flagged on YouTube. So that is a point for Laura. Paul, it's your turn. Meatloaf, you took the words right out of my mouth. That was their biggest song in 2001, but is it still their biggest song?
I'm going to say no. Do I get an extra point for guessing the?
You get an extra point for guessing which song we'll play.
It's got to be the one with the I would do anything for love. I remember
the one with the I do anything for love, that famous Friends episode. Okay, Google.
Shut up.
Okay, playing Meatloaf on Spotify.
It is I Would Do Anything for Love, the extended album version, I believe. Okay, Google, stop.
I'd have loved it if it played the sound of a meatloaf cooking. That would be amazing.
We're getting back into Black Mirror territory when they completely run out of ideas, and that's just the episode. That is 2 points for Paul for correctly guessing that. We are back to Rachel. The Jam, Going Underground. Is that still their biggest song if I ask Google to play it?
No.
No. So what do you think their biggest song will be?
Another really famous song by The Jam.
Can we buzz in?
Eaton Rifles.
Eaton Rifles. Is that your guess? Town Called Malice.
Can I change my answer, actually? I'm going to say yes.
Okay, right.
Because,
so
I imagine there's a lot of people playing songs about stuff you can't do at the moment. So,
Going Underground. Actually, one of the guests I had on the other day, Kate Smurthwaite, she was so excited because she did the record and then straight afterwards she was giving blood, which counts as an essential thing to do. So she got to use the London Underground and there was no one about except the drivers of the trains. And she was so happy that she got to go outside. But is Going Underground the biggest song still? Okay, Google, play The Jam.
Okay, playing The Jam on Spotify.
Paul Savage gets a bonus point. It is Town Called Malice. Very good. Paul. Okay, Google. Stop.
I like this game.
Laura Monmouth. Joe Jackson, is she really going out with him? Is that still the biggest song if I ask Google?
Again, what else has Joe Jackson done which would be recognisable? So yes.
Okay, Google. Play Joe Jackson.
I don't know if the other two have got any idea, but
Playing Joe Jackson on Spotify.
Yes, is she really going out with him? Okay, Google. Stop. Lovely. And now this is the last one of the round. Paul Savage, The Stranglers, All Day and All of the Night. Their cover of the Kinks song. But if I ask Google to play The Stranglers, will it play All Day and All of the Night or another song?
I'm going to say no, and it'll play Golden Brown.
Okay, Google, play The Stranglers.
All right, here's The Stranglers on Spotify.
Golden Brown. Very good, Paul. Okay, Google, stop. I recall that's what happened when I involved Google in a game.
I think you want to stop what?
Yes, I do want to stop. Okay, Google.
Sorry.
Stop.
If only it was that easy in life to stop stranglers.
You don't get many stranglers nowadays, do you?
Everyone's at home, Frizz.
Yeah, like they'd start and then the person being strangled will say, oh no, keep 2 meters away. And the strangler's like, no, fine. Oh, I can't reach it from there.
In fairness, they are very good at remembering to wear gloves.
It's time for round 4.
What's in the
So this round is called Conspiracy Theory. I am going to pull up a celebrity or pop culture reference at the bottom of the screen, and our guests today are going to explain a conspiracy theory involving this pop culture reference and their object. Right, so they have to tell this story. It's a little improv game. Most believable conspiracy theory wins, and that's what the game is. We're going to start with Laura for this one. Firstly, Laura, what is the item from your box?
My item is my ticket from the premiere of Star Wars The Force Awakens back in 2015, because I won something and I got to go to a mediocre film.
Remember when we could go to the cinema? That was good. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Laura, you're about to tell us this conspiracy theory involving the premiere of Star Wars The Force Awakens and Aerosmith. So, Laura, please tell us what the conspiracy theory is.
Well, as we all know, Star Wars is a popular film series starring very, very many popular actors over the course of its duration. Somebody that wasn't invited to be part of the Star Wars universe was Liv Tyler, obviously the daughter of Steven Tyler, because obviously she was part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And the reason that this is a conspiracy is the reasons are many, and Liv Tyler, basically, I can't remember the character that she played in Lord of the Rings, but when she was on there, she... Go on, Paul.
Was it Galadriel?
What was the name of the character?
Galadriel, I think.
Okay, I can't even pronounce that. I've never watched The Lord of the Rings, but I just know that she was in it. She basically had a thing for George Lucas, and the reason that she was never invited is because she was obsessed with George Lucas throughout the 80s. And Aerosmith, that was actually the reason, what the actual celebrity, wasn't it? Not actually Liv Tyler. See, I've gone off on a tangent there because I started thinking about Liv Tyler. Aerosmith... I have no idea how to tie Aerosmith to sodding Star Wars. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I picked something out expecting a celebrity, not a sodding band.
The lead singer is called Steve Tyler, if that helps.
I know Steve Tyler is the lead singer, but okay, Steve. Huh?
Oh.
She was actually Arwen. Galadriel was Kate Blanchett, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I like what Paul's stuck on here. It's one of the many comedian poses.
Yeah, I'm working off the curve in like 2004.
Yeah, it's like, there are people who do that. Oh, what's the camera? And they pull this face.
Oh, you can't see me, but I'm putting a microphone up to my head.
Yeah, you get the ones which is microphone just on the head. But yeah, Paul, you're doing very well in convincing us all that you are a comedian. Laura,
the camera and then start it again.
Because I threw you in the deep end, Laura, I am going to give you some points, but they are pity points, know that, but they still count towards the game. I'm going to give you 2 points.
That's fine.
For that, Laura. Next up, Paul's now mid-sneeze. We're going to go with Rachel. Rachel, what is the item from your box?
It's kosher for Passover crisps.
Kosher for Passover crisps. So what's the conspiracy involving these kosher crisps and David Bowie? Please do tell us.
Right. Well, they say that David Bowie was a big fan of crisps, but he liked to eat them all year round, and he was a big fan of every flavour of crisp apart from ready salted. And to punish those who enjoy ready salted crisps, he only allowed them to be made kosher for Passover. He would only buy the ones which were made kosher for Passover for his own home, because they're really only valid for 8 days of the year during that holiday festival. So in his home, the only time you could have a ready salted crisp was in the 8 days of Passover, and if not, then you had to have special contact lenses in your eyes to make them 2 different colours.
Yes. Oh, you've linked it to some historical fact. Rachel, I'm going to give you 4 points for that, but I'm going to give a bonus point to anyone who can make a David Bowie song crisp related. It's bonus punt round.
Ground control to Major Crisps.
Okay, Rachel, you need to learn what a pun is.
I just want the points.
Well, that's the only one that people are giving. Type in the comments below if you can think of one as well. But anyway, that is 4 points for Rachel. Next up, Paul, this is going to be an audio one alone. Could you tell us what your item is?
It's a tiny, small dog from Paw Patrol. I've gone for Chase, who is the cop dog.
Yeah.
He's the leader of them, the most fash. So he is... yeah, I'll be describing him, the small police dog from...
That's right, but do let us know the conspiracy between Chase, the Paw Patrol dog, and Pennywise, the clown.
Okay, so Paw Patrol is mostly about saving people from adventure in Adventure Bay, which is this town that seems to have got rid of all emergency services and given them all to a 10-year-old boy and 6 or 7 dogs, right? And the mayor in this is, oh, you've got my camera again. I'll hold up the small dog. So the mayor in this just is useless and keeps putting people in danger. Danger, the kind of thing where she'd be like, oh, why don't people go down the sewers where they might find a clown who is in the sewers. Presuming that's the right clown. And yeah, it's a whole conspiracy where basically she's going to get somebody killed and it's going to be really bad, and then she's going to blame it on that poor 10-year-old boy and his dogs because she's privatized it all. It's a terrible system, and I'm sure there should be more deaths in Adventure Bay.
No, I like that. It's trying to cover their own corruption. That is the clear mark of a conspiracy theory. Paul, I'm going to give you the same points as Rachel. You've got 4 points there. Oh yes, yeah, there's the dog.
I can see the dog.
Right, that's the end of round 4. We're going to go to round 5.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 5 is the quickfire round. This is when our guests will be listing a bunch of objects from their specialist subject to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire. The person in first place always goes first, which surprisingly is Paul Savage. Paul, what is your specialist subject today?
It's going to be Liverpool players, past and present.
Oh, I thought it would have been Paw Patrol characters, but
there's only 7 of them.
Singing Liverpool players past and present, here is Paul Savage.
Dominic Harkness, Diggy Muguliona, Tommy Ventura, Deep Mel Hammam, Stephen Gerrard, Joe Cole, Cinema Pongo, Anthony Latalik.
There's a very big gap there. That was a very, very big gap. Sort of let you slide with a few of them, but that is Paul's final score.
Especially if you've done no research.
And also, Paul, I might ask you to name them on the Facebook chat so I can add them as subtitles so the audience can play along at home. Next up in second place is Rachel Creeger. Rachel, what are you going to be singing to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire?
Well, as I said, I'm trying to stay super on brand. So it's characters from Fiddler on the Roof.
Of course. Here is Rachel Creeger singing characters from Fiddler on the Roof to the beat of We Didn't Start the Fire.
Tevye Golden Model Jenset Cycle Hoddle Hover Perchik Fedka Sprinter Bilka Motra Avram Laser Wolf Rabbi Nuffer Mendel Shandel Throma Sarah Grandma Cycle Yunkel Barrel Fossil Moisture Fiddler on the Roof Rivka Sheffield Basher Yosel Levish Isaac Zelda Marcus Nickhammer Ezekiel Village Fan Member.
Rachel, does the Fiddler on the Roof have a name?
No, that is his name. If you look on all the scripts, if you look on IMDb, that is his name.
Does he get a name in the play or the novel?
He's literally called Fiddler on the Roof.
Okay, in that case, carry on. Oh, sorry.
No, I can't carry on. Russian dancer, bottle doctor, villager in green dress, constable, rabbi, student, priest, Russian official, and best. There you go.
Okay, that was them written down. A lot of them, I didn't know if it was one-name characters or surname. I may have counted at first name and surname, but that just means more points for you. Laura, you are currently third. What are you going to be listing to the general beat of We Didn't Start the Fire?
I wanted to give myself a chance with this one, so I went for items found in Legend of Zelda games, which is about 170 items. So I limited myself to 90s games, which is about 30 odd. So
I like that a lot. So possibly singing 170 items and winning and getting a Box World record. Here is Laura Monmouth.
Glass bottle, fairy bow, shovel, cape and boomerang, magic hammer, magic mirror, flippers, ice rod, cape, cane mirror, medallions, master sword, golden sword, fighter sword, hook shot, long shot, medallions, nets. I think I'm out.
Oh, there we go. That was still pretty damn good, and that was everyone singing in the quickfire round. I will eventually get rid of that round because I think it's just too stressful on people.
I love it.
We have got our final tallies. In third place, he was winning before, but he's not anymore. It is Paul Savage. Well done, Paul. Oh, we're up to 3 frames a second for your webcam now, Paul. Paul, is there anything that you would like to plug for anything that you're doing in lockdown that you'd like people to check out?
Yeah, I will be launching in the next week a Kickstarter for comic books because I draw comics. I'm going to be putting out a new one. And I need some cash to do that. So I'll be doing a Kickstarter. Check me out on @ComedySavage or my Facebook page, Paul Savage.
Yes, they're very good comics as well. Give it up one more time. That was Paul Savage there. Well done. Well done, Paul. In second place with 22 points, which is a much better score than she got last episode when she had 0. It's Laura Monmouth. Very good. Laura, is there anything that you would like to plug?
The only thing I'm doing during this is I'm part of a podcast where we're live streaming Doctor Who episodes and we're doing live drunken commentary alongside, which is part of the Unsalted Popcorn, which Con Johnson's running. So if you could give that a like and possibly watch it, it's stupid fun.
I believe that is the majority of my audience will be into that as well. Links will be in the description below. And our winner today with 27 points, it is Rachel Creeger. Well done, Rachel.
I'd like to thank the Academy, my parents. I don't actually feel that was a deserved win, but I'll take it.
Oh, that's a very humble speech. Have you got anything you'd like to plug?
I've just started putting stuff on YouTube. Like, I've avoided it for 11 years now, but I've started putting stuff on YouTube. So if you'd like to find me on YouTube and make a nice comment at any of the videos or get in touch on the social media at Rachel Creeger, that would be really lovely.
Lovely, and you can do that. Links in the description. One more time, our guests today were Laura Monmouth, Paul Savage, and Rachel Creeger. I've been Frizz Frizzle. If you would like to support the show yourself, you can do. You can buy us a coffee on ko-fi.com/Frizz Frizzle or do a voluntary contribution at paypal.me/Frizz Frizzle. But can everyone here wave at the camera for 30 seconds as the end credits play?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?